Speaking of reunions, famed singers of the Green and White are teaming up again after 4 decades. The Kundirana Batch 1980 are back with their rendition of I've Got the Music in Me. And joining us tonight are Juan Miguel Salvador, Popo Suanes, and Jeric Mariano, all wearing green, just like my green tie.
Yeah. Animo.
Good evening to my fellow Lasallians. Animo.
Animo.
Juan Miguel,
Animo.
let's start off with you. What started the production of this Kundirana Batch 1980 virtual video reunion?
Say again?
Badong.
Badong,
How do we get started? Yeah.
what got you all together for this reunion?
Okay, it started with a phone conversation I had with our keyboard player, Chito Poblete. And because he's my constant friend on FB, on Messenger. And he proposed the idea of us getting together after all these years. So it started that way.
Wow. Bringing together a dozen former Kundirana Batch 1980 singers and, of course, 5 musicians. Popo, how did you get the project done with half of the members in America and Canada and half here in the Philippines?
Well, the wonders of technology. So, as most virtual videos are done, each one of us would record first the audio, just the sound, not with the face, like singing, not like that. And then we sent it to Juan Miguel Salvador, who was our producer, and then he put it all together, then sent it back to us. And then for our movements, you know what? Juan Miguel was so patient. He was really painstakingly. He did an instructional video of the choreography for each one of us. And we studied it, and then we did our own takes. And that was sent back to him. So that's the wonders of technology. So we were able to do it.
Wow.
Thank God.
Badong talaga, a great choreographer. But Jeric, tell us, what made your batch choose this song, I've Got the Music in Me? Ang ganda talaga ng kanta.
Well, actually, 40 years ago,
40
in 1979, that was our opening number.
Right.
That was our opening number. I've Got the Music in Me. And it was still, ang ano nga namin, do we still have the music in us? And yeah, I guess we do.
Yes,
We
you
still
all
do.
do. You all still have that X factor. The energy is there, Juan Miguel. And basically, your Kundirana Batch 1980 really stands out, among all the other batches. What do you think is the X factor of the 1980 batch?
Well,
We were,
for one,
the way I see it is that we were a whole of one whole family. Whether you're a singer, you're a band member, or you're a crew member.
That's right.
We stuck together as a family. No, walang ikaw singer ka, ikaw banda ka, ikaw crew ka. Hindi. We're all Kundirana 80.
Yes. So Badong, you were really one big family. Walang star power sa Batch 1980.
Wala talaga. We have Mr. Mon Faustino, who's the musical director of Gary V. And then we have members of the Tux. Wala talagang pataasan.
Yeah, that's Jeric and myself.
Yes, Jeric and Popo.
Eh,
And of
Jeric
course,
and
you,
Popo were
Badong.
part of Tux.
And
So-
of course, Juan Miguel with the Rage Band and now the Authority Band. With Kundirana as our background, parang it never got to our heads that, Rage yan, Tax yan, or Power Play.
That's true.
Because it kept us grounded because we knew that we all, were rehearsing, late nights, we'd commute going home. Not all of us had cars back then. And
Oh my God, yes.
yeah, with Mike Shaw as our musical arranger, he'd give us a ride going back to Quezon City. And that was really fun because we were really, doing it like, any regular choir member. But it just so happened that Kundirana chose the tack to be like a boy band rather than just a glee club.
I know. It was a very popular band among all schools. Everybody knew Kundirana. And basically,
true.
what were the hallmark achievements of the batch, Badong?
Well, we were the first to travel out of the country. We went to Hong Kong, and that was a big thing for Kundirana back then. So and all the other years, I think they were able to travel also, right, Popo?
Right.
Yeah.
A lot in the US, I reckon because of LaSalle schools there. But Hong Kong, I think there was also LaSalle School, but for us it was wow, a big thing, to be traveling as a group outside of the Philippines, and parang they parang idols tayo, no, di ba? When we were performing, they really laughed. Well, once because of the costume, we were wearing red satin pants.
Oh, yes, with lots of seconds.
And lots of sequins. So that put on the bling factor siguro. That's why people really thought we were, local stars in Manila.
Rico, if I may add.
Yes, go
we
ahead,
also had,
Badong.
the genius, Mr. Mike Shaw, as a musical director and arranger.
Yes.
It's one of the factors that made us also stand out because he was a maverick and he changed the style of the performance of the group.
And Badong, in fact, in our repertoire, we were able to do songs from the 1920s up to the 1980s because he did a medley by decade, and so we were catering to all the ages in the crowd, from the oldies, our parents, our grannies.
But gentlemen, I also wanted to find out from you, no? I mean, all of you are artists. Jeric, let's start off with you. How are you guys coping during this pandemic with no live performances, but still giving back through music? Jeric, let's start off with you, and then Badong, and then Popo.
Okay.
Well, right now, what I'm doing is, well, as you know, Tux naman is not really a full-time thing for us members of Tux. We have our own regular jobs. And as for entertainment, well, what I do is I try to bring in the music of Tux and try to put in new flavor, new videos into it, and I might put it in my channel on YouTube soon.
All right. What about you,
As for
Badong?
the work, well, also,
Well,
everything
as far
goes
as
on.
my band is concerned, we put up videos, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, so to get people, to leave people with still awareness. We're still around, and we're still raring to go and do the stuff we used to do. And we still continue to do 80s music, cover versions of 80s music. But I myself, personally, I'm fortunate enough to have some virtual guesting for corporate shows.
Gentlemen, we would really like to thank you for joining us right here on The Final Word. Kundirana, Batch 1980 of LaSalle Green Hills, reuniting after 40 years. Congratulations. Popo
Thank you very
Suanes,
much, Rico.
Juan Miguel Salvador, and Jeric Mariano.